Welcome back, you guys. We've got Megan Dolan joining us in 3 seconds. I just want to say hello to Helen, and I love that you're loving the Temple Grandin videos. We all love those. Good morning to Lauren, and we love you. Thank you for loving our broadcast. And then, who else did I want to thank here? And I noticed that some of you are writing in about anxiety, that you're suffering from anxiety on a regular basis too. I think that's our community, right? And I think that's all part of that loving what is understanding, okay, anxiety is a part of this ride. Now let's figure out what we want to do with it, right? Okay, so we'll talk more about that later. But now, right now, I've got the fabulous Megan Dolan joining us. She is the Lemur Mom. And if you have not seen this show, let me just tell you, my son and I went back in the fall to a performance at CSUN, and it is hilarious. It is moving. Megan is so talented. This story that she tells is so uplifting. You have got to see Lemur Mom. And I'm not kidding around. It's absolutely fabulous. She's fabulous. So Megan, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Shannon. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. And see how much easier this is with you on Skype so that you didn't have to come all this way. I hope you have fuzzy your bedroom slippers on.
I'm in my socks, and sorry about the mess behind me, but.
Oh, that's a mess? That looks like a creative, organized person to me. So I think you're doing good. So Megan, for people who, in a minute we're going to show a little bit of a trailer from your show, but for people who've never seen your show, I'm telling it's absolutely hilarious, but it's also very moving and very empowering. What do people tell you about the show?
A lot of people thank me for kind of showing a different side of the story, because the reason I wrote the show was when my son was diagnosed with autism when he was 5. I started going to different support groups and doctors and just felt like I was surrounded by type A personalities and I didn't fit in, and I didn't know what that meant for my son if I didn't have my act together. Yeah. And so I just started writing about these different situations I found myself in, and I've had a lot of parents thank me for showing that side of it. That a Lemur mom is kind of someone who feels like they're clinging to a branch, staring big-eyed into the darkness, and they don't know what they're doing. And so I've had a lot of parents thank me for showing that side of it, and also thank me for being able to look back at those early days when you get the diagnosis, because you are not laughing then, but years later, when you see my story portrayed in a funny way, it's helpful to be able to laugh and recognition.
Yeah. I think there's, aside from it being hilarious and being empowering, I do think that there's a healing element of your show that reminds all of us that I think a lot of us are looking at other people and going, oh, I think she's got it all figured out. And that's intimidating. And I think that you drive that home, that we all feel a little bit like, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this, right?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
You've got a performance that's coming up. Let's talk about where that is and who it benefits so that we can let folks know, because they can come and see your show.
Yes, please. It's at the Santa Monica Playhouse on Saturday, February 8th. And it benefits We Are Brave Together, a support group of special needs moms that was founded by Jessica Pate. It is the greatest group. I've received incredible information and fellowship and a sense of community from this group, and it's mainly a space of no judgment for moms to come together and just find support. So that all the proceeds will go to We Are Brave Together, and again, it's Saturday, February 8th at 8 o'clock at Santa Monica Playhouse, and you can get tickets at lemurmom.com or at wearebravetogether.com under their event tab.
Okay, there's a very real possibility that this show will sell out. And
yes.
So we're encouraging people, you should go and you should get your tickets immediately. Absolutely immediately, so that you don't get left out from seeing the show.
Oh, and let me tell you, Shannon, the ticket price is a little higher than normal because it's a fundraiser. They're $50 tickets, so we really want to make a good chunk of money for this organization. So just wanted to let you know that, because normally they're about $20.
I can tell you guys, it's worth it. What a wonderful evening to get together. Call the mom friend that that you guys always say sometime we're going to do something and then you never do. right? Because we all
Yes.
have that, and say, this we're going to go to, and get yourself to it, because you will feel better afterwards. You will come back a better parent to your child and to your family, and you'll be helping to support a great cause. So get yourselves to it. Let's show them the clip of the trailer so that they can see some of what they would be missing if they don't go. Okay, Megan?
Great.
This is
Okay.
Lemur Mom.
The first thing I do after receiving my 5-year-old son's official diagnosis is Google celebrities with Asperger's.
I just saw Lemur Mom.
I just saw Lemur Mom.
Lemur Mom,
Lemur Mom.
starring Megan Dolan.
It was hands down the best way to spend a Saturday night.
I'm sure that I'm too helicoptery and I hover over him and I need to teach him independence, but he screams and cries and flaps and growls and I don't know what to do, me, and I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do, me, and tell me what to do.
I don't know if I'm still laughing or I'm still crying, but I'm definitely still feeling. They say that everybody has a story to tell, but I doubt many people can tell it as well as Megan did.
You think I have ADHD? No, I mean, I don't know. The first thing I do is Google celebrities with ADHD.
She has the ability to speak her truth, but then it extends out and it makes you feel you can go on the journey with her.
I will never be a tiger mom, and that's okay. I'm a lemur mom.
This woman expresses everything I went through with my son. And I don't think it's just for other people who can relate to being a lemur mom. I think it's for all parents.
It just gives us hope.
An amazing, amazing evening. Thank you.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so glad I saw it. I'm a new mom, and I'm pretty convinced I may be a Lemur Mom, and I'm so very inspired.
It was brilliant.
Welcome back. We just saw that amazing clip with scenes from Lemur Mom interspersed with people talking about what it meant to them. It's a great show, and you know, Megan's not going to tell you this, but she's wildly talented, and she's such a good storyteller. And I came with my 16-year-old son to see the show, and I gotta say, he enjoyed it and laughed himself sideways. And we had so much to talk about in the car ride home. I don't think that it's right for necessarily everybody's kid, but my 16-year-old loved it. And I loved, there was an opportunity at the end of the show that we saw where there was a bit of a talkback. At this performance that you're going to do on the 8th, is there going to be a little bit of a talkback afterwards?
Yes. Yes, we've been doing, because I just did a series of shows at Cal State Long Beach, and we had a Q&A after every one, and such great stories would come up afterwards. Everybody wants to share their experience, so yes, we'll be doing that as well. And I'm so glad that your son enjoyed it. I kind of say, I think ages 14 and up it's appropriate for. There is some profanity and a couple adult situations. My kids haven't seen it yet, but they're only 10 and 8, and the show kind of is about our family, so I'm not quite ready for them to see it, just because I don't want them to see me in distress and internalize that. But yes, I'm thrilled that your 16-year-old laughed. That makes me feel so good.
He loved it. He didn't just laugh;
good.
he loved it. He thought it was hilarious. But it also, I gotta say, you know, I mean, it's so great. It was great for him. And on the way home, we were talking, and he was like, you know, did you feel that way sometimes? And parts of my story are vastly different from your story, but I was able to say to him, yeah, you know, when you love somebody so much, you know, you want to do what's right for them, and you're afraid it won't be right. Yeah, no, I felt, right? I thought, and so I think it helped him to see me in a different light because he watched you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
right.
I think
different if he was watching you. Yes.
Right. I think that there, like, he was open because it was you, and we have baggage, let's face it.
Right.
So, and I think this is one of the beautiful things about art is that it can, you know, we're free, we come to it free, and we can take information in, and then we process it through our lives. So I thought it was great. That's why I said we had great conversations on the way home about
wonderful.
it. So
I had a young man come up to me after one of the shows, and he is on the spectrum, and so is his sister, and I guess his mom has 4 other kids, and he said, I never stopped to think about what it was like for my mom.
Right.
And he was so moved, and that was like everything to me.
Yeah.
If I can Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy great thing to, have created that conversation between us. And that's like not even talking about the fact that we had this lovely evening of entertainment, which is an escape for all of us and a way for all of us to escape. But you mentioned that your kiddos haven't seen the show, but you play so many different characters within the course of the show. You play both of your kids at some point. You certainly play your husband over and over again, which is one of the most hilarious things in the show, and other characters. And it's so great because you just take on these characters yourself. And it's not like, you leave the stage and go put on costumes and makeup and whatever. You're just one of those really flexible people that can like do that and become somebody else, which is fun to watch. From a theater standpoint, but especially your husband, and he happened to be at the performance that we're at. And the thing that I really wanted to ask in the talkback, but I was like, I'll ask her another time, and here we are. I want to know what his reaction to you portraying him is. He must have a sense of humor.
Great question. Well, I've been writing for quite a while and performing at storytelling shows, and my husband would always say, well, when are you going to write about me? And so now I did. And he did not want to know any of the scenes or anything beforehand. And I kept saying, do you want to hear this? Like, let me read this to you. And he's like, no. I just want to see it in the performance. And so he came to the second performance that I did. This was back in the fall of 2018. And it was so much fun for the people in the audience who knew him because they were watching him as they were watching me. And then afterwards, he just checked in with our good friends to make sure that he came off okay. And then he signed off on it and said he was fine with it. But the funny thing about him, I studied him for weeks, and there was not like a tick or anything he did that I could grab onto. So the only thing I got was this. He furrows his brow a lot. And so that's what I do. I do that and lower my voice. And that's all I got for him. But
the timing,
my character.
I mean, it's been months since I saw the show, but the timing of when you go from him to you and is brilliant and hysterical and makes the audience weep with laughter because it's so honest and it's so true. We all can relate to it. And I think what a menschy guy that he checked in with friends and that they were able to tell him, because he does come off great. He does come off great, and he comes off as a really awesome dad and a partner. And the fact that he's okay with you doing that, he comes off even better. Right? So tell him mensch points for that, because a lot of guys are too, let's face it, we're all that way. It's like, well, wait a minute, how am I being portrayed? But the show is just brilliant. It's such a gift to our community. So tell us again where the next show is, and then let us know if there's more that are coming up.
Okay. So yes, Saturday, February 8th at 8 p.m. at Santa Monica Playhouse. And the tickets are available at lemurmom.com or wearebravetogether.com under the events tab. And that's the next one coming up. Then I'm doing a show in Tucson at the Anat Banyel conference for teachers or practitioners. And that's February 18th. And then I'll be doing another series of shows at Cal State Long Beach late May, early June. Those are not, I don't have the exact dates yet, but those are the next one coming up is February 8th, Santa Monica Playhouse.
And this one is special because it's a special benefit for a special group, and for any parent who's like within, the area. What a great entree into that group. Come to that performance, and you'll do the talkback afterwards. Yes. And I guarantee they'll meet people.
Is doing the talkback with me, so it'll be the two of us doing the Q&A. Yes.
Okay, so not to be missed, you guys. February 8th. Where do they go to get the tickets?
Go to lemurmom.com, www.lemurmom.com, or wearebravetogether.com under their special events tab.
Okay.
So, yes, tickets are available there. And I think we're about almost halfway sold out. So get those soon.
All right, get them while they're hot, you guys, which is now. And then...
it's free chocolate and wine. I forgot to mention that. Free chocolate and wine.
Megan, talk about burying the headline.
I should have led with that. And there's going to be some raffle giveaways too. So.
Free chocolate and wine.
Yes.
Like that's just crazy talk, woman. So on top of that, you get free chocolate and wine. Come on, y'all. This is your Valentine's Day treat to yourself.
Yes.
February 8th. Wine, chocolate, other autism moms, and a show that I guarantee you will make you laugh hysterically, but you will walk taller as a mom leaving this performance. So you deserve it. Take a friend and go to see this. Okay, so wonderful. So you mentioned that there are some performances that are coming up, but if people wanted to book this show to have it come for their group, this is a very doable thing, yes?
Yes.
What do they do?
You can go to lemurmom.com or send, and you can sign up there or send an email to lemurmomtheshow@gmail.com. Not .com, at Gmail, right? What is it?
At gmail.com.
Yeah, at gmail.com. lemurmomtheshow@gmail.com. Yeah, send a message there if you were interested in booking the show. Absolutely, we're available for that. We did that show at Cal State Northridge, and that was for their teaching, learning, counseling symposium. And they did it for all of the different professors and students, and it was an amazing community. I really love doing events like that.
Oh, they were wonderful.
I'd like to do more of them.
We have a question. Somebody wants to know if you've already had some of the chocolate and the wine.
Do I seem like it?
No, just because you were the Gmail thing.
I'm not technical even in my articulation.
There we go. It's all good. Okay, so yeah, and I gotta say, if you have a group and you've been looking for something to, coalesce and bring more people in the community together, what better thing to do than to have a performance? The performance is like an hour, isn't it? Is it slightly less?
75 minutes,
Okay.
Yes, and we're working on getting a kind of a shortened version as well, but the standard version is
that
75.
makes for a really nice evening. 75 minutes, a little bit of a talk back and a little bit of a social. And I would do the social. A lot of times people do the social before, and that's fine, but leave time for social afterwards, because I know after the performance that I went to, people, did the talk back, and everybody the conversation was flowing, and the talk back ended, and people stayed for quite a while, because people wanted that connection with other people. Everybody was feeling open. So what a wonderful thing to do if you've got a group of people. Have Megan come do the show. You won't regret it. So one more time, the website, so that they know where to go.
Okay, go to lemurmom.com or wearebravetogether.com under their events tab to get tickets for Saturday, February 8th at 8 p.m. Free wine and chocolate and raffle giveaways and a Q&A afterwards. I hope to see you there.
It's a great show, you guys. Go, go, go. Megan, thank you so much for being willing to come back and join us.
Oh, anytime, Shannon. I love talking to you. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.